Well, good morning. Welcome to Integrative Preparedness. How are you all today? I'm petting my dog here. He came up, he saw I was taking a break. I just got done putting up or shooting a video for the Patreon channel over there about, it was response to some really inspiring messages that I've gotten from one of our patrons who had been following my 100-110 fitness regimen. And we're getting into carnivore and diets and fitness and functional fitness and the importance of your health and your fitness. I put up a number of those over there on the Patreon channel. If you're not with us on Patreon, you should be. You need to be. There is so much over there, both from me and from our patrons that you never see on YouTube. It is really the place to be if you're serious about preparedness, and it only costs $1 a month. There's another level if you want to. You can go to the Stone Mount level, but you get a lot of stuff on the $1 a month level, the regular level. So if you're not with us, come over, and we have when you come, make sure that you regularly check the community section. We have one of our people over there, Tom Usher, is just beginning a series on lighting. Tom's a general contractor. He's been at this for years and years and years, and he's really gotten back to the old ways about lighting and heating and cooling and things like that. And it's a smart guy, and he's got a lot to offer, a lot that you would do well to listen to. So the link is down below. I didn't bring out, I always say at this point that this is all of my videos are brought to you by my books, the Stone Mount series. I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now. Yes, the t-shirts. Hey, by the way, for those who have asked, the t-shirts are there are more colors and more designs available on our website, stonemount.us. That link is also down below, and you can get all of my books either through Amazon. That link is down below, or directly through me. At stonemount.us. Now, when you go to the Stone Mount website, you'll see a couple of things you can choose from. Either books, which of course contains the books, right? Or shop, which contains books and t-shirts. And when I finally give the okay, yep, the mugs. These are beautiful. It'll be probably a week and a half before they're up and available. My dog's going after something or somebody. From that sound, it sounds like he is barking at somebody. So I'll be right back. Make sure that, okay, he's coming back. He's coming back to me, so it's all right. Take care of him, buddy. Well, he's still watching. Let me just put you on hold for a moment. I got a good dog. Okay, everything's cool. Forget where oh yeah, some of you have asked about my dog Max. What kind of dog is he? What breed is he? Well, he is what I think I consider the perfect, especially from a preparedness standpoint, but in family protection and everything else, probably the perfect mix. He's a mix. He's half German Shepherd, he's a quarter Rottweiler, and he's a quarter you want to see Max? You want to look at the people here? Here, look up here. Come here. You see him? See him? Yeah. And a quarter Husky. And the Shepherd, get you set all right. The Shepherd and the Rottweiler, now everybody knows Shepherds. A lot of people are scared of Rottweilers. They shouldn't be. The Shepherd breed is, German Shepherd breed, is one of the most family integrated breeds there are. They are naturally protective of the family, especially the children. They don't really have to be trained to be protective. They become a part of the family. They see themselves as part of the family, and they become it. I don't overtrain my dogs. I don't train them to do tricks. I'll train them to sit, or I'll train them to go on a lead and all that. Other than that, they're supposed to be. I don't try to turn them into humans. I let them be what they naturally are. Rottweilers are second only to. Sorry, somebody's calling me, and I am waiting for a call, so I do have to check this. That's not them. Having some stuff done on my truck before we head out to Tennessee in a few days. Rottweilers are second only to Shepherds, really, when it comes to becoming a part of the family, and they're not scary. You know, people are scared of them because of the way they look, but they were raised as butcher's dogs in Germany, you know, to pull the butcher's carts and all that, and they are strong. That's where Max gets his coloring and his intelligence and his family loyalty and protectiveness a lot from the Shepherd, the German Shepherd, but then he gets the same thing with extra weight from the Rottweiler. And then he's got a quarter Husky. Now the German Shepherd can stay outside till 20 below, just about. They got a double coat, but the Husky, it'll take him down to about 40 below. That dog can stay out. I mean, when it's 0 around here, he doesn't even go in his house, you know. But anyway, that's some have asked. I think that is the perfect mix of a dog, and a dog that'll protect you without you training him to. And one that'll be a part of the family. Okay, let's get back. Forget what I was saying. Yeah, the T-shirts are on the website. This is one of what I call the bar, the Stone Knot bar Bible axe and rifle. It's got the crossed axes, the Bible, and the crossed rifles, and one of my favorite scriptures down below. We're shipping a bunch more out today. I just heard, for those of you who have ordered books, the next load is due to be delivered to me on the 18th. Okay. However, I'm going to be in Tennessee on the 18th. I'll be back a few days later, so as soon as I get back, we'll get those in the mail to you. And like I say, cups will be done, and the mugs will be done. You know, I'll make the final decision pretty soon. I'll let you know when they're out. Okay, let me take a sip and then we'll get started. There was a comment left, and I'm going to talk about excuses. Excuses kill. Okay, they really do. And so this is going to be one of those old Uncle Steve, you know, tough love from old Uncle Steve, because a lot of people need to hear it, and then a lot of you all out there are going to be able to come in with your own story and reinforce what I have said. And then there will be a lot of people that you might want to send it to, okay? Lovingly, as I offer this information here. But it is one of the things that I think holds back more people in life across the board, and certainly so many people who are involved in preparedness. I have to get away from this term prepper community, prepper world, all that, because it's so diverse. It's you know, there's all sorts of people out there in it. So whatever it is, people who say they want to be prepared or say that they are preppers, this, I think, more than anything, is what causes them to fail. Now, they don't know that they're failing because they are excusing their, I won't say inability to do things, they are excusing their refusal to do things, okay? So let me get started on this. Got a comment, and I tried to find it today. It's been within the last few days, and I've put up a number of videos in the last few days. And I couldn't find it. I don't know whether he took it down, because he put it up, and he took a lot of, I won't say grief, I would say constructive criticism from a lot. I think that's probably the most responses I've ever seen to a comment on any of my videos. These people, you know, came at him. So he might have taken it down, in which case I'm not laughing, at that. And I was going to respond to him, and I'm still going to now. And I hope that he's still watching, but whoever can get something from this, good. I won't be able to read it because I can't find it, but I'll say I can pretty much remember what it said, because it bounced around in my head so much. He said, have you ever thought about putting your books on Audible, which is something that I get a question all the time. The answer is yes. The answer is I've been working on it. I've been seeing how I want to do it, and we're going to get started on it when I get back from Tennessee. Okay, and I'm going to do it in a way that all of you will be able to get it at a good price. Because I know a lot of people like Audible. They want to see it when they're, they want to listen to it when they're driving or when they're doing other things. Just like a lot of you tell me that you just listen to me here while you're doing work around your place. That's great. You don't have to watch me. I'm not doing anything exciting. So he says, if you do that, he says, well, everything that I've got going on in my life. What did he put in there? He says, raising a family, doing the things to raise a family. At my age, he put in several things that people like to use as excuses. I'm busy, at my age, all those things. I don't have time to read 7 books, to read 7 novels to get the information. Okay, let me respond to that. First off, do you have time, and here's where people set up, what's called the straw man argument. He set up, I don't have time to read 7 novels, 7 books, my books. I haven't finished 7. 6 are out there. 7's coming. Do you have time to read 1? No? What does that mean? You don't have time to read a book. Because nobody, there are some people have said, I sat down and I read a book, all night long, stayed up all night long reading your book, couldn't put it down. Good, I'm thank you very much, happy to do that. I try to write my books like that. But not everybody's going to do that. Let me ask you this. Do you have time to read a chapter? And in a month you will have read the book? Okay, so that's number 1. And if I have time, I'll use an example of somebody that I pretty much took to task about this idea of I don't have time crap. Okay. I'm so busy raising a family. Okay, I raise a family. I have 3 kids under 17 years old. I run 4 businesses. Okay. I write books. It's not that I don't have time to read books. I have time to write books. Plus, I do a lot of reading. Okay. Now, this isn't a setup of I'm better and smarter than you at all. What is, if I can do it, you can too. But you're making excuses why you can't, why you won't. Okay. You can, but you won't. It's easier to find the excuse that you can blame your failures on than to up your game and work at a higher level. Okay, so I don't just read, I write books. Okay, I take care of all the things that a person takes care of in their life. I don't have servants. Okay, I just have a life. And then he says, at my age, well, I don't know how old you are or anybody out there, but if you're using age as an excuse, I'll be 70 in November. I'm not slowing down a bit, and I don't intend to. Okay? Well, not everybody's as lucky as you. Luck has nothing to do with it. It's just like the ones that I've put up over on Patreon. Okay. Well, but at my age, I'm just, come on, man. If you're overweight, it's because you eat too much and you don't do enough physical work. I don't care whether it's working on a farm or lifting, or I don't care what it is. If you're overweight and out of shape, it's because you let yourself get that way. It's not because you got older. Okay, it's because you stopped doing what you were doing when you were younger that kept you in shape. So stop with that excuse. Excuses are killing you. Now, it's not just going to kill you. And I should stop saying you, because I'm talking to that particular commenter. And I don't want to talk to just him. I want to talk to everybody. excuses will not just kill the person making them long term, it's killing their lives today. It's killing the quality of their life today. Okay? By continuing to function at a higher level, you're going to get more out of every day. And I don't mean just more stuff, more things get done. You're going to feel better, you're going to look better, you're going to sleep better, your body's going to work better, your mind's going to work better. Or you can just go and sit down and go, well, you know, at my age, I'm younger than you, Steve, but at my age, I just can't do, Well, tell you what, the first thing you can do is use those muscles that you haven't been using to push yourself and your extra pounds up out of that chair and go start doing stuff. And then you can eat right. But it won't just kill you. Other people are depending on you. My kids, like I've said, I got 3 kids under 17. If I didn't keep myself in shape, that would be 100% selfish. Oh, that Twinkie sure looks good. Let me have another one. You know what? I have a responsibility, just like I have a daily responsibility from the day they were born to raise them every day, to talk to them, to care about them, to advise them, to teach them, to protect them. Provide, protect, love, and lead. That's my responsibility. That's every parent's responsibility. Father, mother, doesn't matter. That's your responsibility on a daily basis. And then if you're fortunate enough to be able to pass that on to grandchildren, boy, you got a double scoop of blessing there, right? Okay. Well, when does my responsibility for that end? Or yours? I don't see that it ever ends. I see that you have a responsibility to fulfill that function for as long as you possibly can. If I can make it to 120, I'm going to do it. And every day that I'm able to do it is a way that I'm able to use the blessings the good Lord has given me to pass it on and help others and guide others and protect others and back up others and support others and everything like this. Not to do that is just laziness and selfishness. Okay. My kids, I tell you what, my dad died when I was 30, something like that. I would still like to talk to him now. I know fathers in their 80s who are still a good resource for their sons and daughters. Their sons and daughters still go to them for advice or just to talk. You get so much. Your ability to contribute to the people around you never ends until you die, unless you're killing yourself slowly first. And if you are, and if you allow those excuses that you like to make up, instead of saying, to hell with the excuse, I'm going to do it, well, then you are dying a little bit every day. And you are minimizing your ability to help others every day until the day you do die. And then, if it all fell apart, if everything fell apart, how would you be able to function? How well would you be able to function? How well would you be able to satisfy your responsibilities as a part of your team? That is going to depend entirely on how you have maintained your health, mental health, emotional health, physical health. We'll see how we're doing on time. I'll tell a story, maybe. Okay. As some of you know, I used to run an unbelievable physical training program. I won't even tell you what the training was about because you wouldn't believe me. Very, very few, well, I won't even say that. I'll just leave it at this. Very few people made it through. Even people who came in that thought they were in peak condition. It was brutal, but it turned out the most amazingly fit individuals you've ever seen. I keep wondering whether to put this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I had a guy come to me one time, and it was a program a lot of people tried to get into because they, it's one of those things. They want to say that they got through it, but wanting to be something a lot of times doesn't transfer into wanting to do what it takes to be that, right? So we had a lot of people enter it, and I think we had about a 3% success rate. Over the period of the 6 months of the program. I had a guy that had come in all, ready to go. After a while, he came and he said he needed to quit. He needed to quit. I said, okay, because I don't care. And I would say, if somebody in that program, I said, if somebody said, oh, this is hard, I said, fine, quit. It's not going to hurt anybody but you. Nobody cares if you quit. Okay, they care about what they're doing. You look around you, you're going to see a whole lot of quitters, and you're going to see a few that won't quit and will make it. You decide which you're going to be. So he came, wanted to quit. I said, all right. And he just kind of, he kind of stood around like that for a minute. He expected me to say, oh, why? I don't care. I'm a little more empathetic nowadays, but back then, no. You want to quit, quit. Because if you have that kind of attitude, you're just going to be a danger and a drag on everybody else in the program. And I'm not going to baby you. So he kind of, he says, well, the reason why, and so I watched him, but in my head I'm going, I don't care about the reason why. Because I know what you're going to tell me. You're about to dump all sorts of excuses on me, which I couldn't care less about. He says, well, the thing is I just really don't have time. I said, oh, really? I says, well, this is going to be, this kid's going to quit anyway, because if I have to talk somebody into staying with a program, I don't want him. But I'm going to give him a parting lesson. I said, don't have time, huh? So he was in college, okay? He was in college, big, fit guy. Don't have time, huh? What's taking all your time? I mean, this program, it is intense, but it takes, I don't know. I won't go through all that. Well, what are you doing with all your time? I don't have any time. Every bit. I said, okay, you go to school. How many hours a day do you go to school? Well, 5. Okay, that's 5. Let's mark that down over here. So you sleep 8 hours a day? I don't sleep 8 hours a day. I don't have any time to sleep. I don't have any time at all to sleep. I said, well, I'll tell you, just for grins, let's put down that you sleep 6 hours a night, okay, which you can get by on 6 hours a night. I said, so, okay, now we're up to 11 hours. How many hours a day do you study? Well, I hardly have time to study. I just, I said, well, let's say that you study 2 hours a day. Because, there will be those people who say, I study 6 hours a day. Bull. This guy didn't. If he studied 2 hours a day, I'd be surprised. Okay, let's put that down. Now we're up to 13 hours a day, right? Okay, I said, now, what do you do with the other 11 hours a day? I don't have 11 hours a day. I don't have any time. I said, well, okay, you probably go out with your friends several hours a day, right? So let's say that you hang out and, for 4 hours a day. Well, okay. Okay, so now we're up to 17 hours a day. We've slept, we've gone to school, we've studied, we've hung out with our friends. Right? 17 hours a day. How many hours you got in your day? Same as me, 24. What are you doing with the other 7 hours? Well, I don't know. But I don't have any time. Okay, you get my point. I took it down. I threw everything I could think of into his day. And still, we were coming up with, 5 hours a day that he couldn't account for. And the training was not 5 hours a day. Nobody could have done it for 5 hours a day. The training at most was 3 hours a day. I don't know. Well, I wasn't trying to talk him into it. I was giving him a parting lesson because I knew that he wanted an excuse. Nothing, and like I say, nothing I could have said would have stopped him because he had made the decision. Everybody makes their own decisions. But then they go and try to explain that decision. Okay? They look at it as an explanation instead of an excuse, and that's the problem. Now, if he had said, I was out baling hay and I fell off the tractor and it ran over me and it crushed both of my legs, that's a reason. That's not an excuse. That's a reason. But this kid, he was looking to quit. He was looking for reasons, excuses, not to do what it would take to be successful and what other people were already successful at. Okay, he wanted to be it, but he didn't want to do it. When he finally left, that kid, he knew in his heart, he knew in his mind anyway, that he was an excuse maker and that I had seen it. I hope it helped him in the years to come. Never saw him again, so I have no idea. But generally, most people, it has a lot to do with the way they're raised. Certainly, if they're raised always with, okay, honey, well, that's okay. But not necessarily. I've known some people that just had raisings that were just very non-demanding, who were just tough as nails. Never give up, because there's different, you don't have to do physical labor all your life to learn not to give up. You have to have examples. You have to have, I tell you, I was talking to my son about business. He started his own business. He's designed, by the way, go to the website. There's new colors and what am I trying to say? Graphics on the t-shirts. My son has come up with it with some of his own. He sold a bunch the first day, and second day I don't think any orders came in. He was kind of dejected. I said, don't worry, business is about not giving up. Okay, life is about not a life that's, how should I say that? I mean, you can live life and give up all over the place, because the world ain't that hard, to be honest, right now. You have to try to fail if you live in America. And many people do try to fail, and they still don't fail, because the life we live is fairly easy. But don't make excuses. If you want to do something, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't say you want to do it, because the truth's going to come out. It's going to be obvious to everybody. And whatever excuse an excuse maker comes up with, I would be able to find somebody who had the same challenges, who didn't make an excuse, didn't give up, and accomplished what they said they wanted to accomplish. This is so fundamental to preparing. It really is. People will think, well, that's a great motivational speech. Well, yeah, I guess. But it's about preparedness. It's about the difference between a person who takes it seriously and wants to actually do it, and a person who just wants to, like I say, splash in the shallow end. Splash, splash, splash. Look at me. Look at everything that I'm doing. But I don't want to go down in the deep end. Because, see, fill an excuse here. I think that'll do it. Just remember, excuses kill. They will kill your hopes, your dreams. They will kill you. They will kill others. Well, whether they kill you fast or slow, kind of depends. But they do kill. And it's up to each individual to decide, whether they are a doer or a talker, an excuse maker. So I hope that's helped some people out there. I know a lot of you didn't need it. Matter of fact, this is the point that I ask. Feel free to put in your own stories about this. You will help other people. And if you're not with us on Patreon, please come over to Patreon. The link is right down below in the information section and a pinned comment. Come over there, because there's a lot of great people over there that you will be inspired by, and perhaps people you can inspire with your own story. And you'll learn a lot. So remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Preparing well doesn't mean excusing why we didn't, because you're going to live the life tomorrow that you work for today. And get out there today and do what you want to do, what you say you want to do. And every day you do that, you're going to be closer to whatever goal it is you've set for yourself. Also, watch the things that I put up earlier today on Patreon, the stories of the people that have talked about their successes and some of the stuff that I've talked about. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do some push-ups, make breakfast, go do some push-ups, work in the garden, come back, do some push-ups. You know how it is, okay? Because I want to be here for another 50 years for my kids and anybody else that needs me. You all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.